if um if the AC if the AC is your rising and it's the mask you wear of that sign, you might be a little bit more vibrant. If it's a fire sign, earth sign, you might like be very intuitive. Water signs, very emotional. Um, Air sign is communications, basically, on your AC. That's what the type of personality you might be, far giving out to the world. What your DC would be is a total opposite. Everything, it would be opposite, but it's not reflective of your personality or things to come or anything. The DC is just a point where it's it has really no significant meaning. Um, I shouldn't pull this chart up before I did this podcast. I'm sorry to share it with you. But DC is kind of funny area. If if your rising is very much your personality kind of thing, what would the DC be? It's the total opposite. And the DC is a very peculiar point. Um, you have to look at the DC as an area where really it's not a bad area, but nothing really happens in some sense. It's just, it's not, it's just, it just doesn't play a heavy part. The DC and the IC don't play heavy parts, really. If you remember Roseanne, when she lost her show, um, basically the North Node was in Leo, and she has a Leo DC, and I've seen it. The North Node was right on her DC when she tweeted and she lost her show. Um, yeah. So the DC is also like an area where you could read out like mm, type of people. Let me see. Type of people that you might the type of people that may be attracted to you. So Leos or Virgos were probably attracted to the Scorpio of um, Roseanne, because Roseanne has Leo and Virgo in her seventh house. So the DC, it you know that expression, opposites attract. Well, and there's like this pull of when you get into know somebody and you kind of find them attractive, but they're like somewhat a pain. Uh, you probably would find at the point of if you found the point of that person's sign on your DC, that would be an indication of it. It's like a give and take, a give and pull kind of thing. Opposites attract. But if the individual sign is only in the seventh house and it's not on the DC, then that person is wouldn't have that um, opposites attract. The seventh house, I'm being very particular here, being very precise. The seventh house, if it has two signs in it and one sign goes to the DC, that would be the the, the what do you call it? Um, Opposites attract. But if the other sign is in the seventh house, that would be pretty much okay. That person, would be. It's those type of people that are attracted to you. It's not necessarily a fate kind of thing. It's more has to do with that type of energy would be attracted to you. So some similarity. Um, I'll give you a good example. So I like astrology. I like doing this. I have Pisces in the seventh. I don't have Pisces on my DC. My DC has Aquarius, but since some similarity, because I like spirituality, I like astrology, I like reading books on those topics of the unknown, that kind of thing. Um, the people that are attracted to me are usually Pisces people because they're very imaginative and they're really much in their mind kind of thing. And that's very Pisces. Um, but if I had Pisces on my DC, I probably would have issues with that type of energy, but I don't. Um, I hope some of this makes sense. And again, the IC and the DC, they're not really important parts. They could be if planets are there, and the native would find that it's you would find out for yourself that you feel that there's some type of importance, but overall it doesn't hold any significance.